Okay, here's the first update on the Wurzel's orange wine. It's been in the demijohn for about a day now, just over, and as you can see on the top there, we've got quite a big froth on the top, big head, and down the bottom you can see there's quite a lot of sediment already down the bottom. I've put it in a tray just in case it decides to get too excited and overflow, but plenty of room in the top I've left there. If you have a look at the bubbler there, is it going to go? Getting one every, I don't know, one every 10-15 seconds, so bubbling away quite nicely there. But yeah, not annoying me because it's a nice quiet one. I'll do another update in a few days. Okay, this is day 2, and as you can probably see, it's certainly activating or getting in the swing of things. If you've heard about the lava lamp effect, I'm not sure whether you'll see it here, but there's bits in the orange going up and down. The head on it has gone all the way to the top, just going into the airlock there. So we'll have to replace that at some point with some fresh water, but yeah, this is day 2. Interestingly, the one next to it is an apple I started on the same day, and even though the airlock is bubbling away, the head on it is nothing like the orange one, but certainly both going well. So yeah, day 2, and we have a bit of fun. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of days. Okay, yeah, this is still day 2. About an hour later, or just over an hour from the last little clip, and as you can see, yes, it's beginning to escape. Still doing the old lava lamp there, but just, yeah, well and truly up in the airlock and just dribbling out the top. So I think it's only a matter of time until the tray's going to be put into use. But there you go, that's what you can expect. As you can see, the apple, yeah, still being well behaved. Good boy. Alright, a couple of hours later again on day 2, and as you can see, it's overflowing. Day 3, and I think the worst is over now. The orange has died down a little bit. I've cleaned out, well, I've replaced the airlock with a nice clean one, and yeah, I see still a bit of a head, but it's certainly down on what it was. The apple still bubbling away, but not frothed up at top. If you have a look at the bubbler on the orange, is going a couple of times a second. So yeah, but the frost seems to have peaked on the second day. It's day 6 now, and you can see all the activity is calmed right down. This one never got up. The apple, the orange, nicely down there now. So I'm going to top them up with some cooled water from the kettle. So simply just really simple. Okay, take the bung out there and top up with cool boil water. I've noticed some people top up in 2 goes, but I think this is calm enough. I'm going to just fill up today. There we go, that's enough. And I just pop the airlock back in the top. I'll do the same to the other one as well. Okay, it's a couple of weeks on now, and you can probably see that the orange one on the right there has changed colour quite a lot from what it was to begin with. The apple pretty similar. The apple one getting the odd bubble through there once every sort of 3 or 4 minutes, and you see the odd few little bubbles that have gathered around the top there. Whereas the orange one, sorry, completely clear there. Well, a heck of a lot of dead yeast sediment or whatever down at the bottom, and it's even looking like it's beginning to clear. Certainly you can't see your hand through it, I don't think, but you can sort of, looking through the bottom, you can start to see a couple of inches in on top of the sediment there at the bottom. So well, that's a good sign really. So what I'm going to do is rack that orange off into another demijohn now, take it off all the dead stuff at the bottom, and yeah, then it can start its clearing process. So we'll leave it at that. Right, I'm ready to decant now into the new demijohn. Here's one I've just sterilised earlier, obviously rinsed it out with clean water then. First thing to do is pop a crushed Campden tablet in there. Easiest way to do that, 2 teaspoons there, and then just pop it between there and that. And get it crushed like that. Try not to spill it all like I'm doing there, and then yeah, you've got it in your teaspoon there, and then just pop it in there, and then that'll all dissolve easily when we siphon in. Right, got me a siphon tube, again sterilised and rinsed already. Stop it dropping all the way down. I've got a peg. It's going to be a bit of fun doing this one-handed, but there you go. I'll start off down this end, give it a quick suck. No, it doesn't taste too bad actually. There we go. That's going in there. Get a little swirl around. There we go. The tablet there, the Campden tablet, is dissolved in there now. Actually quite clear. Quite pleased with that. Considering no findings in there or anything at the moment. So yeah, and now we'll go up the business end. That'll be alright. When we get to the end, if you've never done decanting here before, then I'm going to have to tilt this on an angle so we get more liquid there, but I'm probably not going to be able to show that on camera because it's a bit of a two-handed job, but I'll see how I get on anyway. You can see that start to tilt it a little bit just so we're collecting liquid and not the sediment. And not the end of the world if a little bit goes down, because you're probably going to rack off again a couple of times before you bottle, but always helps it to clear if you take it off, and also tastes better. You know, you don't want it sitting on all the dead yeast and you know, fruit pulp that's had all its use taken out. So right, that's been racked. Good idea is to get some of the gas out of it as well. Degassing, you can get various tools, but really giving it a good old stir or a shake does the business. So yeah, all I'm doing is putting a palm on my hands, nice and clean obviously, putting a palm over there, giving it a shake, and let me put the camera down. Right, I'm just giving it a shake now. Release your hand slowly. There we go. Go back there. You can see all the gas escaping there out the top now. And obviously you don't want to bottle your wine when it's got gas in there. So every time you're racking or whatever, it's always good to give it several shakes like that, or a stir. You can get special attachments for battery powered drills, which are pretty nifty. But obviously you need the special attachment because it's got to go through the small hole there. You can't just use a big paint stirrer or something like that if it was cleaned, but there you go. So yeah, that's going to get left for another week or so now. Get a couple of more shakes obviously, until the amount of gas coming out dies down a bit. Right, this is some potassium sorbate. It's wine stabilizer or stopper. Basically it kills all the yeast. If you just left it to completely ferment out, you'd have a very dry wine. Apparently this goes quite dry, and the taste I had when I siphoned it off tasted about by right. We like a dry wine in our house as well, but I don't think we want it too dry. So I'm going to pop in just half a teaspoonful of that and give it a swirl around in there, and that should stop the yeast and mean that it won't get any drier now. Right, it's been about 2-3 weeks now, and as you can probably see, that wine has gone very clear. I've got something behind the demijohns there, so you can just sort of see how clear it's gone. Falls over now. There you go. So yeah, very clear. It wasn't doing it naturally, so what I've done, I've got some of these finings, and it's a 2-part one, 2 bottles. You pop that in. I got one of these syringes, got that just from my local chemist, about 60p, and yeah, 2 squirts of that, I think it was, because I think it's only one, I can't remember. Anyway, two syringes full of A. Then I shook it up, did it with both the apple and the orange. In fact, the apple took a little bit longer to clear, but that's absolutely beautiful now as well. But yeah, half an hour of A, and then put B in, same again, 2 syringes full of that. Obviously the syringe, I've sterilised that as well in between and before, and well, that's the result after after putting those findings in. I suppose that's like about a week or whatever. And what I will do now will be, I'll siphon that off into a demijohn again, take it off. You can probably see at the bottom there all the sediment or whatever, all the stuff that's dropped down to the bottom. So take it all off that. I shall give it another week, I expect, just to make sure that it's fully cleared, and then I'll get on to bottling. And ta-da! This is what we've been aiming for. Well, apart from a poured into a glass, but here we go. It's all bottled up. Very pleased. It's absolutely crystal clear. Let's show you through the bottle there. Absolutely crystal clear. Findings did a wonderful job there. So it certainly looks the business. The hard bit now is going to be leaving it for a few weeks, months, to mature and get a nicer flavour. But certainly the cheeky little swigs I've had tasted alright. So off to make the next batch now. But good luck with your attempts.